Hello everyone, this is Javamonk, and welcome to episode 8 of the mod making series. So last episode, we made the explosive hammer, which you right click and it explodes, pretty typical. And we also made Christmas lights, which you can power on and bring some festive cheer to your Minecraft world. So, yeah, last episode we made Christmas lights, but the thing is, Christmas lights don't work quite like I want them to. Specifically, this black background right here is not supposed to be there. This is supposed to be transparent. And in fact, it causes serious issues with the black Christmas lights, as you can see here. When the black Christmas lights are off, it looks pretty normal. But when they're on, the bulbs are black, which makes it impossible to see where they are. So, this episode, we're going to change that. We're also going to hopefully fix the fool's glass here, which, as a reminder, fool's glass is basically tinted glass from 1.17. It is supposed to be a transparent block that does not allow beacon beams or anything else to come through it. So, yeah, basically, we're going to make tinted glass work so that it doesn't X-ray through the world like this. So every block in the mod and in the game have this property called material. You see that right here when we first define what the block is. Pretty much the first thing you got to decide is what the material is going to be. So our options are, we have air, anvil, barrier, cactus cake, carpet, circuits, and a bunch of other stuff. The thing is, material actually does a lot. So, for example, if I set it to material.vine, we actually saw last episode that this would make the block replaceable. So, like, if you place the block in it, it would override the block. There's a lot of interesting things here. The thing is, none of these work for what we want. Our only solution at this point is to define our own block material. I have not found a single tutorial about how to actually do this. So we're going to go entirely based on what the Mojangsters did, which is, looks like they defined a new class and then defined a whole bunch of materials with all the different properties that they need. Okay, Fool's Glass has now been defined as a new material. The way we did that was I created a new file called mod materials, very much in the same style as just regular materials. In fact, it's being defined as just your average block material. And here's where we actually define the properties of Fool's Glass, I hope. So on the map, it's going to look like air, just like glass does. It is solid, it blocks light, and it also blocks movement, so you can't walk through it. But it's also opaque. And yeah, that's just to make sure that Silk Touch is still needed to break this thing. And it can be pushed by pistons, it's a transparent thing, and it can't burn. Hopefully this is enough. Okay. Still doesn't stop X-raying, but hopefully does it at least suffocate things? I don't think it's suffocating anything. Well, this is annoying. So apparently, so I changed the name of this from mod materials to just material, and that way this thing could work properly. The issue is now this stopped working. Yep. I don't know. I don't know what to do, because I can't even do set translucent. Like, I can't even do that because now it's just completely undefined. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get why this isn't working. This makes no sense. And the only reason I did that was just, yeah. I'll show you what happens when I change this to just mod materials. Yeah, see? Now this isn't working. The reason I want to set this to be translucent is because I suspect this is how we're going to actually make it stop X-raying through the world. I don't know what to do. Okay, we're making progress. Okay. Beacons don't go through the fool's glass. Unfortunately, you can still X-ray through, but there you go. Creepers can't be suffocated. And there we go. Right, so all that's left to figure out now is to stop this X-ray that has no reason why it's happening. Seriously, why is this even happening? How is this a thing? So I'm going to show you what kind of dilemma I'm dealing with. We have a whole bunch of properties that relate to being transparent or not, and what properties this block has. Yeah, I've kind of given up on using the material. Material's kind of useless. It's cool to have it, but it's kind of useless. So, is translucent, as far as I know, this kind of tells you... honestly, I don't know what this does. Is visually opaque? I hope that actually means determining whether or not it is, like, whether or not you can see through it. So, hopefully by setting it to false, it's not going to suddenly become solid or whatever. Is block solid? As far as I know, that's what allowed the creeper to suffocate, because upon adding this, creeper started suffocating. Is opaque cube? If this was set to true, then it would stop beacons, so that's good. If it's false, then beacons are allowed to go through, which we don't want that. Get block layer. So we have a few different options here. We have cutout, cutout mipped, solid, and translucent. Solid makes it not visually transparent. Cutout and cutout mipped also don't seem to do anything. Translucent is what we need to make this happen, to make it visually transparent. And then is full cube? No clue. So of the things that I have no clue if these actually do anything weird, is these four. I can scramble up this true and false and see what happens. All right, here is, so in case you're wondering, this is called a truth table, when you basically lay out all the possibilities and then see if particular conditions apply. Yeah. Behold the truth table, all possible combinations of four things being true or false. And now it's time to test out what these do. This is going to take a while. Sometimes debugging a Minecraft mod looks like just staring at the code, hanging your head in your hands, and not knowing what to do. And sometimes there's this beautiful moment where debugging a Minecraft mod looks like literally opening the game over 100 times, going into your test world, and then making a few checks. Specifically, the checks being, can I see through it? Yes. Can I X-ray through? Yes. Boo. If I flick this lever, will it suffocate the creeper? No. Does beacon go through? No. Okay, put that in the Excel spreadsheet. So yeah, I've run the game 80 times, and I've since also expanded the truth table a little bit to also include the enum world block layer and the is opaque cube thing. So far, the most unpromising is these runs here, where it's unclear whether or not you're X-raying because you also can't see through the glass. The transparency just doesn't render. And probably the most promising is these runs here. The issue is that sometimes you get weird shadows. And here, I'll show you what that looks like. So these ones were interesting because you can see here, you can actually see the other. So normally with glass, you can't see the opposite edge of the next block here if you look through it. But with this, you could. You also got some weird shadows here, which, they looked weird. Beacons could go through it, which, not ideal, but I'll live with it. And also, it does suffocate mobs, which would give Fool's Glass a really interesting gives Fool's Glass some really interesting properties. What also makes this glass so weird is that I have a torch here, and yeah, it allows light through, and yet there's also these weird shadows when it intersects with the ground. So this would be an absolutely fascinating block. It would basically be a block that is like glass, but it suffocates things, which, yeah, it'd be real weird. But yeah, I'm not 100% happy with these because I want the ability to block this light, and part of blocking that light is blocking beacons. I'm going to keep trying, and if I can't figure out how to make it work, then this is the version of Fool's Glass that we're using. Weird shadows and all. After running the game 128 times, results are in. So, yeah, I think I've now exhausted all of my options for how to change the rendering of a block. Holy smokes. So, what did we learn? What we learned is pay attention to these two rows here, X-ray and beacon. Yeah, they are mutually exclusive. If you want the beacon to not go through, you're going to X-ray through the world, and if you don't want to X-ray through the world, beacons are going to go through. There is no way to have both. So, yeah, we're going to have to make some compromises. So let's see what particular kinds of compromises we want to make. Specifically, we can do that with filters. So, I definitely do not want X-raying to happen. I don't even want it to be ambiguously possible, which also means we can only have it see-through. So, yeah, we want it see-through and no X-raying. And now we got to decide. So, unfortunately, because there's no X-raying and it's transparent, so it's see-through, beacons are going to go through the block. You know what? Fine. I'll live with it. Now we got to ask the tough question, do we want this block to be able to suffocate mobs? And I think that answer should be yes. Which leaves us with 6 possible options. So far, we're looking pretty good. We got translucent, cutout, mipped, so we can't have, will the block layer be solid? It's interesting how is opaque cube is false anytime you're not X-raying. So I guess this is the thing that was controlling whether or not you can X-ray. What's even weirder is the weird shadows, as I demonstrated a couple clips ago. So now we got to decide, do we want weird shadows or not? I think let's not have weird shadows. That leaves us with 3 options, 3 compromises. Here we are. I think this is the ideal option, because what I've noticed is that these 3 have to all be true in order to suffocate mobs. This one's just weird. I have no clue how this is happening. I don't even want to mess with it, so this is some weird anomaly that I don't want to deal with. This is some weird anomaly that I don't want to deal with. This, I think, is our best compromise. And now that we went through all that effort, I'm going to introduce one last tiny little wrinkle, and that is setting the light opacity to 255, which, according to the code that I searched through, that should make it so light can't go through the block. So it is going to act like tinted glass. But it's also going to have the weird property that beacons can go through it, and it also suffocates mobs, and it's transparent, and it looks like glass. This is truly Fool's Glass. It might even be more advanced than tinted glass. I don't know. I haven't played around with tinted glass much. Now let's hope this doesn't totally break everything. So we look through here. Oh, there's weird shadows. Maybe I might not have noticed these, but it might also have been the changing the light opacity thing. Good. It suffocates creepers. And if we go inside here, this should totally block off. It doesn't block off light. Why does it not block off light? At least it blocks off skylight. That's good, I guess. I'm not sure what to do about that. So it suffocates creepers, and beacons don't go through it? Did I seriously just do the impossible? A block, a transparent block that neither X-rays nor allows beacons. Holy smokes. Guys, I did it. I didn't think it was possible, but I did it. Holy smokes. Fool's glass. Here we are. Oh, it totally does work. That's just a weird lighting glitch. Check it out. 0 block light. And yeah, this thing totally works. Behold, fool's glass. Yep, it's basically tinted glass. That also doesn't allow beacons to go through. Holy smokes, this is amazing. Oh, it also kills grass when it's placed on top. Interesting. Well, that's fun. It also makes fun shadow blocks, and it's also, I think it's the only glass type where you can actually see the opposite pane on the other block, which is a little strange, but okay. You know what? I will take it, because this thing frickin' works. Holy smokes. This is amazing. Time to die, creeper. Thank you for volunteering like 5 of your friends to help out with this task. Alright. Fool's glass is done. Let's work on something else. And just to prove that this really is an opaque block, did you see that, villager? Interacting with this door? It means that door is a valid village door. So yeah, this works. Alright, I'm done with Fool's Glass. Let's look at these Christmas lights and see if we can get rid of this black background here. I don't think I actually need to define my own material to make the Christmas lights work. I think we just need to add this thing, which is the cutout, mipped, whatever it is, and just rotate through this, see if it works. Victory! That was easy. Let's put it everywhere. Alright, Christmas lights look like they should, and I should point out that Fool's Glass allows you to do this. Yeah, you can place levers, you can put Christmas lights on it. In fact, I wanna change the Christmas lights just a little bit to make it so you can place it on leaves and transparent things. Alright, I got my wish. You can place Christmas lights on leaves now. I guess it's come at the cost of being able to place Christmas lights on top of other Christmas lights. Okay. And you can place Christmas lights in midair. Okay, never mind. We're not doing that. Yeah, I'm on a roll with this kind of revolution of transparent blocks. Yeah, the cherry leaves finally actually look like leaves. At long last. Everything is all transparent now. Things are great. So, next up, I think we'll actually wait for next episode to reveal what this is going to be. So, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please let me know. And I will see you next time.